We're back with more Uncut Civilization VI. We last left off capturing the American city of Charleston. In the following turns we converted it to our religion, which proved to be pivotal to our success. All of this time, we've been at war with both Germany and America, and after capturing Charleston, Germany saw an opportunity to strike. Fortunately for us, we're all defenders of the faith and have significant boosts to our combat strength because of it. After killing off some of Germany's units, he offered a generous peace deal and I accepted. Now let's jump into today's episode. I've been thinking long and hard about what I should be doing in this seemingly never-ending war. We're picking up a little bit ahead of where we left off before. Dealt with a lot of things. I've mulled over some stuff in my head, and I'm fed up. Damn it, I've had enough. This war has been going on for about 40 turns, and it's too much. I have had it up to here. I'm waving my hand in the air. It's very high. I've had it up to here, and it's got to stop. And the only way it's going to stop is if we attack. We are not going to put a stop to the American barbarian hordes by sitting on our hands and hoping that they stop eventually. The only way we're going to win this fight is if we actually fight. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to start throwing bodies at the Americans. And for anybody that doesn't know what that term means, it means we're going to keep attacking them and building units until the battle is won. And that's how it's going to work. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and produce a... What are we going to make? We're going to make a commercial hub. I'm going to put it there. Boom. All right. So now we'll turn our attention back to the hordes of American barbarians. And it's about to get real, folks. I'm going to throw bodies and hope for the best. So the first things first, we got to start attacking. We got to pick our targets, and we got to make sure to do as much damage as efficiently as possible. We send this guy in, unique swordsman unit. He's got a spear. Who cares? That's how unique he is. Boom, stabbing that guy up. Next move, switch over to our next one. Start stabbing it. Start stabbing. Boom. Don't care about chariots. I'll break that shit. Boom, 2 targets down, a couple more to go. We got one more unique swordsman unit. We're going to send it in, and he is going to kill the hell out of that archer. Stabby, stab, stab. Flip him over the top of your head. We're making progress, folks. We're making progress. Now, unfortunately, this archer does not have vision, if you will, on these guys because of a hill. So I'm going to have to move him to the top of the hill. And then in the next turn, he'll be able to do something. And then we'll get our battering ram in place so that when the time comes, we can use him to start ramming Washington. And we also have this apostle over here. He's got a special ability that makes him heal people. It increases their healing per turn. So for anybody that doesn't know much about the religion in Civ, when you make an apostle, they start off with a promotion off the bat, and the one that I got with this, a random promotion, and the one that I got with this apostle is chaplain. So he operates as a medic, and units around him get extra healing per turn. So any unit that's fortified and healing is going to get a little bit of extra health, so they'll be ready to go a little bit faster. And you know what? Just on the off chance that America sends over an archer, I'll move that guy over here. Fortify him like that, and what the hell, we may as well produce some more apostles because we might get some cool promotions. And it is also probably beneficial that I show you that I have the church property as a new belief, which is giving us +2 gold for each city following this religion. There's another belief called Tithe that you can pick from, which will give you +1 gold for every 4 citizens following, and that has better end game returns. But as far as just having an overall steady flow of cash, church property is always better. And the reason Tithe is better in the end game is because as soon as a city goes to 12 population, it's giving you more gold per turn than church property. So, you know, that's just simple math, but I want a more consistent return on my investment. As you can see, I'm getting 34 gold per turn, which is pretty decent. So, you know, we're getting there. We're in the medieval era now, by the way. Things are happening here. We're improving. Slowly but surely. And for my final trick, though, we've got a couple more units that need moving. I'm going to give this guy a promotion. The barding one, of course, to give him a little bit of extra protection against the hail of arrows that are inevitably going to come. And fuck it. Let's just bang our heads against it. We're throwing bodies. This is the new strategy. I've been being a little passive in the turns that I skipped over. I was being very passive and really trying to I was trying to really be strategic about things. And I'm going to send this trade route from Windy Valley to Riceland because that's going to give us more production. And we are building the Mahabodhi Temple. It is a world wonder that grants us 2 apostles. And I want that to finish as soon as possible. You never know if another civilization is building a wonder, but if they are, my temple will fall to the ground. Because that's how buildings work. If somebody else builds the same building that your building cannot be allowed to exist. So yeah, I've had enough of being passive. I'm just going to straight go for the face. I'm not pulling any more punches. America's going to fall one way or the other. If they don't fall, we're going to fall. But hey, at the end of it all, a victor will be decided one way or the other. And sometimes that's what you got to do. Now, as soon as we get the city surrounded, or even as soon as we even encroach on the city just a little bit, it's going to fall in about 2 turns, right? It's not going to take us a lot of attacks to get rid of that city, which is a very good thing because we need to get rid of it ASAP. Huh? Oh, I can't reach it. Alright, so I can't reach the city just yet with my battering ram, Sun Tzu, hey, pass this combination right here, but we can continue to severely damage the American units that are around the city. So we're gonna keep pushing forward very aggressively and taking out his units. Finally, you know, Charleston taking that city provided us with much needed flexibility in how we position our units, because as you can see, we can make use of the 4 movement that these horsemen have. We can travel great distances, and we can really start punching in and showing the true might of Macedonia. And I'm starting to feel good right now. I'm starting to feel really, really good. At the beginning, I think the biggest problem at the start of this war and like over the last 30 turns or so was that America was building units pretty much at the same rate that I was killing them. And that's never a good thing. Let's go ahead and promote this guy, see what he can get. Plus 20 religious strength and theological combat. Gains 3 spreads when moving adjacent to a natural wonder for the first time. I discovered a natural wonder, right? I did. All right. What the hell? We got a pilgrim out here. And the other one, gain 100 gold if this unit converts a city to your religion for the first time. Hell yeah. What you think this is? He's going to sail over to Seoul in a minute. Start converting that. Can he do that? No, he can't do that. I have to research shipbuilding. Well, no better time like the present. Anyway, that apostle is going to be very special for me. So yeah, in the previous turns, man, things were struggling, but we're turning it around, and it feels good to turn it around because Civilization is a very relaxing game for me. It always has been, but playing it on Deity, it's a bit more stressful, especially because this is a playthrough, so I can't just quit and stop playing it at any point. Like when I'm playing Civ in just my free time, if the shit hits the fan, you know what? Fuck it, delete the game. I surrender. But with this, I can't do that, so I have to make sure to actually win. We did lose a unit there, but we're still doing all right. I don't think it's going to be too big of a deal that we lost a unit. We've got the strength to overcome. I hope. Boom. Look at that healing. That apostle, man. It's a beautiful thing. So we're going to keep this guy fortified for a little bit longer. In the meantime, though, ooh, we can make a crossbowman. So this crossbowman will be very devastating. Or we could just continue pew-pewing. There's a lot of decisions we could make. Can I afford to buy a crossbowman? No, they cost 360 gold. We're in a tight spot where I could promote a unit, which would be very valuable, especially an archer that's rank 4, or I could use the gold on purchasing a different unit. But I think the promotion is going to be the smarter decision. I mean the upgrade, excuse me, not the promotion. So we'll go ahead and do that when the time comes. But for now, we got to continue attacking. We have to get... If we can get the city, I think America will end the war. So we're going to push forward very aggressively now. Boom. Taking out archers. We got a promotion available. If I attack... Alright, I'm not going to upgrade that archer just yet. I'm going to attack him first with my unique horseman. The strategy's getting real, people. Then attack him with the archer. And the final trick, attack him with the battering ram general spearman swordsman combo. Boom, boom, and boom. And this guy has a promotion, so we're going to use it, plus 10 combat strength when defending against ranged attacks. That will make him infinitely more powerful. And we got a couple more buildings that need repairing in Charleston. We finished building some walls there, so it will be a much more secure building. Now that it has those, it'll definitely be the front line of defense for us. And we've got some more trade routes ready as well. We can't send 2 trade routes to the same city, so we'll send this one over to Brussels to get a little bit more production and get some roads going out to different places. And for my final road, I will send one to Costa de Aire Dulce. Hey, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's the coast of sweet air. And hey, look at this. I've been friends with Gandhi for a while now, and he's finally getting around to sending warriors to help me. Fucking Gandhi. Alright, so there we go. Moving this apostle next to this world wonder just gave him 6 spreads, which means he's going to be the true messiah of my people. This is great, man. This is really great. As for this apostle, it's going to be a little tricky to keep track of which ones have which abilities, but this one right here, he has that ability that gives us gold when we convert a city. So we're going to start moving him towards Washington because it's about to be mine. As we can see, though, America still has a considerable amount of units, so they can punish us pretty heavily for taking such an aggressive stance at this. But I don't think it's going to be enough. I don't think they have enough pressure to put a stop to us. So now there was a point where I was thinking, you know, what's the real benefit to having the Macedonian swordsman versus the horseman? The horseman, I believe, is cheaper to produce. Let's just take a look to confirm that. The horseman is 50 production. No, they're the same amount of production, but for some reason the horseman takes a bit less time. I don't understand why that is, but I'm not even going to get into it. But the horseman unit, it gets a free promotion when it spawns in, which is a huge bonus. And it's hard to argue, or it's hard to decide whether or not that's better than the benefit of having a stronger ability to siege districts. But when you're finally starting to attack the districts, feels a little bit better. And you know what? Where's that great person that makes the bombard? We got to free up a tile for him so he can actually make one of those things, because that would be actually beneficial to me at this point. Oh, shit. Jerusalem is finally rushing to my aid after, like, centuries of war. They're finally starting to get some action going on. So that feels pretty good, especially considering they have such a strong military presence. They've got a bunch of swordsmen, a bunch of chariots, catapults, everything. But this unit that we just upgraded to a crossbowman, definitely making it seem worthwhile. He did a significant amount of damage to that chariot. And now, though, we turn our attention to the city walls and we start banging on him. Let's charge. And we're going to get them down pretty low. They're not completely gone, though. But we are damaging the city. I think we're going to lose some units, so I don't think we're going to get it in the next turn. And it is also going to heal. But, shit, man. It's right there. It's right there. This is the American capital we're about to take right now. I mean, this is it. We've... Centuries of war, man. Centuries of war. Oh, now you want to surrender. Okay, okay. So as I'm about to take his capital, America finally wants to surrender. And he wants to give me a city out of it, too. He wants to give me Philadelphia. Which is a pretty generous offer. And I feel like I could accept that. But I'm not gonna accept it. Because fuck you. That's why. Right? We've been at war for centuries. I'm gonna take Washington. It's all been building up to this, right? We can't surrender now. Turn away from peace. And kill everything. That's the ideology of Macedonia, right? Charge into that city. It's beautiful. Oh, so beautiful. One more. All right, we'll go like that. And then we will go like that. America has been conquered. Fucking boom.
I've lived through some terrible things in my life, some of which actually happened.
And with that, we can go ahead and change our policies. And it looks like a lot of these policies are very interesting, but I'm just going to switch back over to maritime industries, which is going to give us production on our fishing boats again. And also, I'm going to switch over to bastions, which is going to give us one housing in cities that have walls. It's going to affect our amenities just a bit, but I think we'll be okay. And we've taken Washington. You cannot raise a capital. We keep the city. And with that, I would like to make peace. Come on. Oh, he wants to give me stuff. There you go. Let's see how much we can get. Alright. Alright. There we go. Can I get some gold out of it too? Yeah, I can get some gold out of it. Can I get that? I can get that. Alright, folks. We've defeated America. Teddy Roosevelt is walking away with his tail between his legs. He's going to give us 33 gold, some diamonds, some marble, and he's going to cede Washington. He's also going to give us Goldilocks. So, as far as I'm concerned, we fucking did it. We did it. Alright. It took about 40 turns, maybe, and a lot of patience and a considerable amount of frustration, but we have taken America. And now all I need to do is convert some cities over to my religion, and I will get 100 gold out of it from that special bonus that I have, and it feels good. It feels really good. So we're going to take a little break. But when we come back, we're finally going to be at peace. So we can just do Civ things. We can just watch our little people move around again. If you can't tell, I'm smiling ear to ear. Because I like watching the cities grow. I like watching my little people move around. I like watching the horses and the fishing boats. And the seagulls. And it's all very relaxing. So, as always, the name of the game is Civilization VI. The name of the channel is iBluairJgR Gaming for Comedy. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.